The Massey Ferguson brand obsession pretty much started in the early 60s with my grandfather Fergus buying the first Massey Ferguson. He bought a Massey Ferguson 65 Mark II in 1962, and Dad had multiple Massey Ferguson tractors, and it's carried on with my uncle and my cousin in later years, and we carried on with the dealership, decided to get into the retail side of things and never looked back. Back down at the farm, we have a collection of Ferguson and Massey Ferguson machinery and tractors. It's just been a little hobby we've been doing probably for the last 20 odd years. Yep, myself and the old man, and chipping away at them for a while now, and we've ended up with more than we can remember. This is a Massey Ferguson 65 Mark II. My grandfather Fergus Hinton bought this brand new in 1962 and used it farming and contracting from the 60s onwards. And yeah, I can always remember it as a kid. My grandfather was too tight to put a battery in it, so it sat on the top of a hill. Whenever he needed to use it, he'd start it off the hill. So yeah, no, it's been restored again by our dealership and still used on the farm today. Pretty much everything in here, apart from the old dead corner there. The conventional balers, the 240. There's a 35 there with a hedge cutter on. Everything in here is still used on the farm to present day. Now this one's a Massey Ferguson 1135. Built in 1976 out of Canada, and yeah, it's a multi-power transmission. They weren't very common here in this part of New Zealand, but yeah, this was a trade-in we traded in about 10 years ago, and it was destined for the wrecking yard, and we decided to keep it and do it up back at the dealership. So this is a Massey Ferguson 3085. My parents bought it brand new in 1994. It was part of their contracting business, one of many Masseys we bought. It's done now 13,500 hours. Dynashift model. It's never been apart. Dynashift's never been touched on it. They were a dry clutch model, so yes, it has had a clutch as it used to operate a mulch years ago. But yeah, no, Dad loved it that much. He kept it when we sold the contracting business. Out of all his tractors, he kept this one and brought it home on the farm. We put a loader on it, and it's still in use today.